This is a CyberPower 450VA UPS unit. It's an old one I picked up whenever I installed a new one. I don't think this one actually works, but let's plug it in. Yeah, wow, this is completely dead. Doesn't do anything. So let's take it apart. And one thing I've noticed on these CyberPower, especially these 450 ones, the screw here to take the battery off, battery back of this off, is a tamper-proof screw. It's one of these Torx with a hole in it. I don't know if there's a better name for that. Yeah, a T10H is what it's labeled in my set here. Oh, maybe that's why there was a tamper-proof screw on it. The entire cavity here for a battery, and we got this little itty-bitty guy here. Wonder why this failed. Those noises weren't too good. Now, just for S's and G's, let's test this battery. .364. Yeah, this thing is otherwise known as trash. I do have a different battery tester here. This should test the internal resistance. Let's see what happens with this. Am I doing this right, or is this thing just really that smoked? Grab a different battery. Okay, well that can go in the trash. And here's a different SLA battery that I know takes a charge. Let's do our test on that. Okay, so we've got 13 volts and 25 milliohms internal resistance. That's not terrible. I mean, it'll still work-ish. It's not brand new by any chance. So what if we just replace the battery in this? Will that fix it? Let's see. Well, that's a good sounding spark. Now let's plug it in. Actually, let me get my kilowatt. Okay. Let's put this on. I guess watts will be fine. Okay, now. Granted, I haven't even turned this thing on yet. So we're using 10 watts. I guess just to charge the battery, which happens whether this is on or not. So let's turn it on. I guess that was a self-test. Power seems to be dropping. Do I have anything I can plug in here for a load? Okay, got a old light bulb here. So we'll plug that in. Okay, it's on, and turn on the light. I guess that has a 60-watt bulb in it. All right, let's interrupt power here. It's probably easier to do it over here. So it looks like this does work, even though the battery was smoked. Now we're back on and charging here. That thing does get kind of hot. Okay, let's go ahead and open up the rest of this, which I think, unlike the battery door, I think the rest of these are regular Phillips. Okay, so we have some 18 gauge wire. Looks like all of this is 18 gauge. And it looks like it goes in here to this circuit breaker. Circuit breaker is rated at 10 amps, and that's the power going in. And then the hot side, neutral, and grounds all go to this side, which is the surge side. Let's go ahead and... This is going in the trash, so I'm not interested in keeping it. I'll keep some of this stuff like this. And the power cord, probably. So these others, other than the tamper-proof battery door, well actually that is the tamper-proof screw, were number 1 Phillips. These are number 2. And then yeah, for these plugs, we just have these brass-ish. Are these magnetic? Okay, so they're not magnetic, so maybe that is brass. And then same goes for the, I guess you'd call that the neutral bus. And then looks like the ground one is, where's my pointer? The plastic, it's kind of deformed around here, so I guess they just punch this down on those plastic pins. So we can just get rid of that. Keep that power cord because I might need it in 15 years. Okay, so does this come out? Yes, it does. Okay, let's go ahead and take this other side off, which I'm sure is just the same. Okay. Okay, we'll come back to that. What do we have here? We have the little push button power thing, and then a little light transmitter. What's this other circuit board here? Oh, I guess that's for telephone lines? Interesting. So it looks like we have a fuse, 0.75 amps, 250 volts, and then whatever this thing is. C31B, or it could be C318. All right, well, I'll look that up later. That's trash. Then let's get rid of some of this other stuff. So here is our main circuit board. And this is the out. It has this little ferrite thing here. And battery charge, line in. And then it looks like a couple of metal oxide varistor, I think is what these are. And I think this is just a cap across there. Could be wrong. There's a look at the underside. Got some sort of, I don't know, discoloration or something. And I guess that's the power button right there. And that's a 20 amp fuse right there. Yeah, not much more noteworthy on this. I mean, nothing looks bad or anything. As we saw earlier, still works. So I don't really see any components on here that are particularly worth going to the trouble of removing. You know, maybe some of these MOSFETs on here, but maybe the inductor. I don't know. What do you guys think? Anything worth keeping here, or is this just trash? Let me know. And thanks for watching.